Good morning. This is Ray with another segment of God's creations, a look at flowers blooming in my garden. We're overlooking a row here of poppies, red and lavender, very early in the morning. Trying to scan down and let you see all the bees, honeybees buzzing around this early in the morning, collecting their pollen. But these seed out for me and they come back naturally year after year, and you can see scattered in some of them the pink and the blue, purple. These are larkspurs, and they as well seed out and volunteer each year. There are many different kinds of poppies from all over the world. They're the California poppies that are yellow, but shorter than these. You have Icelandic poppies and all kind of different colors as well. So there's a big group of flowers in the poppy family. Now these, I think, are interesting in a very similar way. When I originally got these, they were all single flowers like this one. But over the years, many of them have come out looking like this one, doubles. In daylilies, we call these little frills in there petaloids. They're not real petals. It's just a multiplication of the petaloids around the stamen. Now I don't see any of the lavender ones double in this batch this year, but last year all of these single lavender ones were double lavender last year. This year they came back all single. Again, an anomaly that happens in nature. I don't understand why. But almost all the red this year are doubles. There's a couple of other flowers I want to show you in the garden this morning as well. And I'm going to walk with the camera on. Now these large leaf flowers that I'm passing are two different things, and I'll come back to those later in the spring. One is rose mallow hibiscus. The other, of course, is sunflowers. And it'll be a few weeks before these are ready to film. Another flower that I have many of in the garden, and they volunteer, is these yellow ones. Some people call them brown-eyed Susies, but their real name is Rudbeckia. And if you let them, they will volunteer everywhere, along the roadside, wherever else. And so I just let them come up where they will. A lot of them I pull up, and give away. But they're here, and they're beautiful little flowers. and they're quite hardy. And this family of flowers is a big family as well. And the daisy, and one other thing that I have a few of that's blooming in this row. There's some more poppies, but also I have a few cosmos. This is a flower that here in the south, it may be in other regions, but here in the south, these are planted along highways oftentimes. And these blooms, if you'll look at them, are about 2 inches across. These are the Sensation Cosmos. And in the past, I've planted them before. They will volunteer, but they're real picky about where they are, and they don't volunteer well like the other flowers. But in the past, I've had these cosmos that were probably 3 to 3.5 to 4 inches across, and these are much smaller. And that was not said in the package that I bought. They just said it was Sensation Cosmos, and but they're very distinct. The leaves, they're very fuzzy. I have another cosmos that will be blooming later on, and they have all volunteered back for me. And they're orange and yellow, totally look different from these. The leaves even look different from these, and they will be blooming in several more weeks. I think it's always amazing when we start talking about plants, the entire plant kingdom that God has made for us. He's made them for our benefit, whether it's food or whether it's medicine. Or are we just looking at them as beauty? But God has made these things, and it's amazing that He's made them all for good. But in our evil ways, because the Bible says that we're born into evil and sinful nature, how much we take these good things that God has made for us and then use them in such evil ways, destructive ways. And it seems like what's behind that most of the time is a greed for wealth. Any way that we can use the things that God has given us to increase our wealth. Sometimes I think about the fact of water. It always amazes me that here in the U.S. we buy water, and we got all the abundance of fresh water that we can ever need, and yet we've been conned into buying water in bottles, either for convenience, or they say it's spring water, and we really down deep we know it's not. But isn't that our nature, that we look for something that's convenient, or we are caught up in the hype of what everybody is doing, and we succumb to doing the same thing? Yes, God has given us so much in bounty that's free, and we misuse. God bless. Have a great day.